Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm thrilled to introduce you to our third She Can Make a Change showcase. You know what? Over 190 people signed up. I'm watching the numbers go up. I'm Barbara Beilinga, the founder and CEO of She Can. Tonight, you'll hear about 13 scholar-led projects designed and executed by our scholars. Now, they flew all the way over from Cambodia. They flew all the way to Cambodia, Liberia, and Guatemala to do the work that you'll hear about. Their ideas for their projects basically stem from the fact that they grew up in the communities where the projects take place, and they really know what's needed to make change. So there's some amazing sponsors that made this all possible. It includes the Thompson Family Foundation. They're a first-time funder, and we're excited that Katie Ovested, the co-director, is here today in the audience. Thanks for coming, Katie. Also, a big thank you to Tarani. They make all those yummy syrups that we see in the cafes all over the world. Tarani's a second-year sponsor of Make a Change, and also, this is just one of the ways that Tarani supports She Can. And in fact, Lisa Lucetta, she's the board chair, is going to join us toward the middle and tell us why Tarani loves this program so much. And then there's also an anonymous donor. So we have 3 donors that made this possible. Lastly, I just want to do a big shout out. Thank you to the project guides. Each of our scholars had a mentor or a Power to Fly volunteer who advised her all along the way. Power to Fly is our volunteer corps. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and tell you a little bit about She Can in case you're new. These are the basics. We're all about building female leadership, and we have a focus on post-conflict countries, Rwanda, Cambodia, Liberia, and Guatemala. Essentially, what we do is help up-and-coming female leaders that are ready to be change agents move up the socioeconomic pyramid into leadership roles. We want their voices heard at decision-making tables. And so to get there, we provide access to a U.S. college education, as well as a lot of leadership training. And also, we support them while they're in school with all the things that their families usually provide, like plane tickets, health insurance, books, dorm supplies. Our secret sauce is our team, the teams of mentors that each scholar gets. It's usually professionals from the United States who guide her first in getting her scholarship and then making sure she thrives in college and is on a pathway to leadership at home. So she gets lots of leadership opportunities like this one that we're talking about today. And we do all this work because we believe with all the crises that we face today, women's voices in leadership roles are needed more than ever. So the goal of Make a Change is first to help our scholars grow in terms of becoming a leader, as well as to polish up their entrepreneurial skills. And we also do it because this is a way for them to start making a difference at home. So Make a Change is in its 3rd year, and it really is getting bigger and better every single year. We grew from 5 scholars doing projects the first year to 13 this year. Couple things about the process. The scholars have to submit proposals for their idea, and a committee decides who gets funded. And the funding covers them to fly home, but also all the costs that they need to do the work. And then some also apply for or find funding from other sources to make their project more impactful. Now, before we get started, I'm going to invite Dine DeMarley to share some housekeeping information. Take it away, Dine.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. I'm Dine DeMarley, the Director of Community Building. Before we get started, here's some key info for all of you. Please take a moment to add your name and where you're from in the chat. We'd love to hear from all of you. We don't have time for a Q&A today, but we will respond to your chat questions. So if you leave something there, we'll answer. This is being recorded, and afterwards we'll send a link to everyone to be able to view it later. All of you were also sent a full program outlining the scholars' backgrounds and their amazing projects. If you didn't see it, the link should be in the chat. Check it out. Also, if you're looking for more information about becoming a sponsor of Make a Change, we are going to put some info in the chat right now too about that. And really, that's it from me. So let's get started.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to introduce our 13 scholars and their projects through 3 different vignettes, or because they represent 3 themes. Themes that are about the different types of social impact that the projects made. So first, you're going to see a video of the scholars' projects for that theme, and then a moderator is going to come on and ask them some questions. And the first theme is healthy communities. And we're so happy that our Shikan scholar, Deborah Gongpa, she's going to moderate the first theme or vignette. Deborah completed a Make a Change project last year, so she knows what this is all about. Deborah, thank you for helping us.
Thanks, Barb. I'm happy to be asking the questions and being on the other side of the camera. Before we talk with the scholars, let's watch an amazing video about each scholar's project.
My name is Antoinette Nhuya. The goal of my project was to provide first aid kits and training to both community dwellers and students. I was also able to work with Red Cross Liberia to serve as facilitators of a one-day training program. We made available first aid stations that will help with easy access to the first aid kits, especially on school campuses and in the communities.
My name is Emily Siase. My project was titled Sustainable Hand Pump for Safe Living. The goal of the project was to address the lack of access to safe and clean drinking water and to help contribute to reducing waterborne diseases, to improve health, increase productivity, and enhance overall community development. And that goal was met. The impact of the project was profound.
My name is Myra Wama. I am a senior at Muhlenberg College. It is very important to educate women about hepatitis B because if they're educated and protected, they can protect future generations. I coordinated a hepatitis B awareness campaign in Banga City, Bone County, which was able to reach about 500 women, and I also provided free hepatitis B testing kits for these women.
My name is Yan Hieng and I'm a sophomore at Denison University. My project is based in Mante Menchay, which is my hometown located 7 hours from the capital city of Cambodia. In this project, I aim to educate people about the negative impact of burning plastic on our health and community. I recruited 30 volunteers. Together, we conducted research on the negative effect of burning plastic and used our findings as a main resource to educate 390 people. We also gave away reusable food containers and reusable water bottles. Through this, I hope to create a sustainable and environmental friendly community for everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Sokvi Wind. This summer I built the first ever basketball program at a public primary school in rural Cambodia. The goal of my project was to promote holistic education through the lens of sport, and the project integrated basketball into the school curriculum and successfully engaged over 300 students and 11 teachers.
Hi everyone, welcome back from the video. I am Deborah, your moderator. I'm also a Liberian Shikan scholar, currently a junior at Bucknell. As Barb said, I also did a Make a Change project last year, and I have to say, these projects are not easy. All worked very, very hard. Yang Hen is from Cambodia and is a sophomore at Denison University. And we're going to be starting with her. Yang An, you hosted 2 workshops, which is more than you intended. You must have gained confidence along the way. Did you know it was going to be successful, or did you have doubts you overcame?
Thank you for the question. So, the success of my project is far beyond my expectations. I never expected my project to be this successful. When I started my project, I only focused on hosting one workshop and passing down as much as knowledge as possible to inform people about the impact of burning plastic on their health and their community. But I ended up hosting two workshops and expanded a really good connection with people in the Department of Environment in Montevideo, my hometown.
Very successful. Woohoo. That's wonderful. Um, and thank you. Next, we will hear from Antoinette Weir, who is a sophomore at Gettysburg College. Antoinette, you provided just a first aid training to 177 people and distributed 100 first aid kits. Wow. What inspired you?
When I was in third grade, I had a friend who had epilepsy. Whenever she had an epileptic attack, she was always surrounded by a crowd of students and teachers who wanted to help but did not know how. When I came to the US the first time, I also had another friend who had asthma attack at school. This time, a lot of students and the people around seemed to know what to do, or at least what not to do. This brought within me the inspiration to teach the Liberian community first aid. I'm excited that through my project, at least 177 persons now know what to do when there is a health emergency.
Thank you so much, Antoinette. You are really helping your community help each other. Next up is Emily Siase, which is also from Liberia. She is currently a junior at Muhlenberg College. Hi, Emily. You built a water pump for over 500 people. Wow, that's very impressive, I must say. What kind of relationship did you have with your community leaders?
Thanks, Deborah. The biggest highlight from my project was the strong community support my team and I received. The project was implemented in my community, so everyone was eager to be involved. I didn't tell my family or anyone from the community that I was going home to implement a project. So when I went home, everyone was surprised. And this made everyone, including the leadership of the community, enthusiastic and eager to be involved in the project. They saw the situation as their daughter who went to the United States to study and returned home, and she's here to make an impact. So they were filled with pride and they made the project their own. Even the little kids volunteered by toting sand from where the car, because the car couldn't reach to where we were building the pump. So little kids would tow sand and bricks from where the car stopped these materials to the pump site. And these like enthusiasm that they show, it helped make the project smoother and faster.
Wow. Returning home and giving back to your community as a true leader that you are. Coming from Liberia, I know what it makes. I know what it means to have a water pump that makes a difference. Emily, I bet you are a hero back home. Now we move over to Mira. Mira Walmart is also from Liberia, and she's currently a senior at Muhlenberg College. Mira, you empowered close to 500 women with knowledge about hepatitis B. What were your strategies to engage them and make sure they got valuable insights from your program?
Thank you so much, Deborah, for the question. So, one, working with the local healthcare workers in Bone County as well as amazing student volunteers. Two, connecting with these women on a more personal level, which was able to build trust and open up the conversation about hepatitis B, as well as the importance of getting their test done. And lastly, thinking ahead about some of the challenges we could face and also addressing those. For example, providing rapid hepatitis B test, also assigning numbers to people instead of their names to protect their confidential information, and also allowing the women to go about their daily lives while they were waiting their test results. So these strategies was able to make my project very successful, and also sharing my own experiences with these women really made them comfortable and very excited to learn more about the disease, as well as how to protect themselves and their loved one from hepatitis B, even though hepatitis B is a very challenging and sensitive topic to talk about.
You definitely went above and beyond here. It's very inspiring of you. Now we will hear from Suzanne, a senior at the University of Portland, who is from Cambodia. Sophie, did you really build a 3,000 square foot basketball court at school? Why were you motivated to do this? And what was it like to stand on the basketball court for the first time?
Thanks, Deborah, for the question. So, having received elementary and high school education through public school in rural Cambodia myself, I noticed a lack of promotion and practices of various kind of sport in physical education, which I think is critical in promoting holistic education. And I chose basketball specifically because basketball is good for the physical and mental health of the students as well as their learning skill. Basketball fosters emotional and social skill. It teaches student teamwork, the value of goal, hard work, achievement as the student learn and try to shoot the basket. And one fact about the education system, about the public education system in Cambodia is that some basketball skill will be tested on the exams to become physical education teacher. Unfortunately, many public schools lack the resources to run a basketball program. So my other intention of this project is to have the court as a resources for not only elementary students, but also for the high school student in the area who are interested in pursuing a career as a physical education teacher. And I chose to do my project at a primary school because I think it's crucial for students to learn this skill that I mentioned from a young age, which I think which I think would greatly push them to develop into their fullest potentials. And I wanted to take this opportunity to thank Robert Landau, the founder of Cambodia Futures Foundation, and Tutors Education for his donation and tremendous support on my fundraising. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sophie, for incorporating physical education into your school program. I love hearing about these projects. Thanks to all of the 5 scholars for their impact this summer. We are all going to say goodbye to them, and I will hand this back to Barb. Thank you.
Wow, I'm kind of blown away. I've known about those projects, but hearing you all talk about them is great. Thank you, Deborah. That was perfect. Okay, now I'm going to introduce Donna Fleetwood to moderate the next theme, which is skill building for lasting impact. Now, Donna is a longtime friend of mine. We go way back, and she's mentored multiple scholars. Currently, Glenzie from Guatemala, who is a part of this, this theme or vignette. Take it away, Donna.
Thanks, Barb. I'm so excited to introduce you to the scholars who taught skills to people in their community. And this is a sure way to have lasting impact. Like the last theme, we're going to show you a short video, and then you'll hear directly from the scholars.
My name is Jaloma. I did my project in Point County of Liberia, where farmers heavily depend on traditional farming practices. My goal is to help farmers adopt environmentally friendly agricultural practices that improve productivity,
while preserving the environment. I partnered with 2 farmers now serving as ambassadors in their communities. The outcome so far has been encouraging. While still in the early stages, we are on track to build a strong community of eco-conscious farmers who will lead the way in sustainable agriculture in Liberia.
My name is Vilatina Lee. My project is called Straw Mushrooms for Better Livelihood. I brought 21 hardworking women to learn how to grow straw mushrooms professionally from a local expert. Through this project, I wanted to address economic inequities of women in rural Cambodia. I wanted to create a way for women to earn extra income for their family by creating a non-profit straw mushroom startup. I identified 3 most committed women and partially funded their startup costs. They are now the owners of their straw mushroom production.
Hey, my name is Glency. I'm attending the University of Minnesota. I execute this project in a town called Las Canoas. Weaving Our Strength focus is to empower women with skills and knowledge about independent economy by teaching them how to weave. My project was successfully helping 20 women, including single mothers, young girls, and senior women.
Thanks, everybody. It's so inspiring to see all of these videos. So let's hear some more from our scholars. I'm going to start with Jel. Jel Luma is a Liberian senior at Babson. Jel, can you describe your Green Harvest Initiative and what you envisioned?
I appreciate the question. The Green Initiative is a project focused on sustainable farming practices, boosting productivity, and engaging communities in eco-friendly solutions. So in this project, I initially intended to work with 20 plus farmers, but I'm currently working with 2 amazers. When I recruited these 20 plus farmers, I thought we could impact each other and work hands on hands together, but I believe that they had their other activities going on and they didn't have the time to invest in this project. So these 2 farmers came in at the right time. Like they experienced their experience that they had or went through was in connection with my project. So I invited them over and like, why don't you guys work along with me, and we could build up a good team where we could impact, where I could impact you, you could impact me, and we can impact all the farmers. So they now serve as ambassadors, and I believe that they could better communicate and teach other farmers about sustainable farming. And in scaling this project, I believe that solving some problems is not a one-man job. It includes collaborating with other like-minded people, like organizations that could help this project on grow on a larger scale.
Thanks, Jill. You took on a really big project. Next, I'm going to speak to Vilatina Lee, who is from Cambodia, and she's currently a sophomore at Occidental College. Hi, Vilatina.
Hi, Donna.
Hi. You involved your project from starting an NGO, non-government organization, to funding 3 women. Tell us why you changed your model.
Thank you. I wanted to support women through economic empowerment. So as you have heard, I brought 21 women to learn how to grow straw mushroom professionally. I selected 3 most committed women from this group to fund some of their startup costs. And to do this, I had to observe their passion and their commitment to make a change in their lives through the way they verbally express themselves. And then I went to their homes and I did a small interview with them and got to meet their family. I did this because I wanted to see whether their values aligned with mine and whether they could carry this initiative forward. Until these days, I'm still keeping in touch with them through a group chat that I created that has everyone in it. Yeah, I'm very grateful to have met them and worked with them in this experience, and I'm excited to see their mushrooms continue to grow. Thank you.
Vilatina, it sounds like an amazing project. Thank you so much. Next up is Glency Kaholka, who not only did a Make a Change project this year, but is also my mentee. Glency is from Guatemala and is currently a sophomore at the University of Minnesota. So hi, Glency.
Hi, Donna. So lovely to see you.
Good to see you. Your weaving project expanded significantly. How did it change, and what does the future of the project look like for women in your community?
Thank you so much, Donna, and thank you, Shiken. Thank you all for being here tonight. Well, in the beginning, my project goal was to create this seasonal school to learn how to weave because during the civil war in Guatemala, 400 weaving staff unique to each village were lost. But after spending the first week, I realized that all the participants had created like this safe space where we were all friends. And I really changed it to be like an ongoing project. The future of Weaving or Strange, but most importantly, the future of this women's group will continue to grow stronger and attract more participants. But now our short goal is to help them open their first bank account because in my town, women are expected to not know about anything about money or have a bank account. And I know this is a harmful belief. And I hope that at some point we will become the first NGO in my town. And if you're interested in knowing more about my project, I will share my Facebook account, the account of the project, of course. Thank you.
Thanks, Glency. I love that your weaving project teaches about culture and skills, and you are truly weaving a future in your village. So thank you to all three scholars in the skill building group. You have all led wonderful projects and shown leadership. Let's get back to Barb to come back for the next part of the showcase.
Awesome. Thank you, Donna, and scholars. Oh my gosh. It's so fun to hear about these projects. Okay, before we go into the last group, we're going to hear a little from our sponsor, Lisa Lucetta. Now, Lisa is the board chair of Tarani, but I like to think that her most important job is mentoring Noella Ingabiri. She is a graduate of Wellesley, and she's in Rwanda working on an amazing deforestation project supporting women. And she's also going to be the honoree of our gala, and we're excited to have her. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Barb. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today.
Yeah. So we just love having Tarani as a sponsor, and you guys just hug us in so many ways, including supporting this project. It's amazing. I'm just curious, can you tell everybody why Tarani is invested in Make a Change for 2 years in a row?
I would be thrilled to. And we've been a supporter of She Can for longer than that. And She Can and all the amazing scholars that we mentor and have met are near and dear to our hearts at Tarani. Tarani's purpose is flavor for all and opportunity for all. We believe that businesses can and should provide more opportunities for people to make it economically and in learning, growth, and development. Make a Change is a shining example of this. And this program provides opportunities for the scholars to make real impact in their communities. And you can hear today the significant impact that they have made just in this last summer together. At the same time, they're building their own skills and they're building connections, important stepping stones to help them on their pathway home to be impact leaders. So we're so proud to support their efforts.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being there for us and for telling everyone those important messages. Okay. I need to say that if anyone in the audience has a company or a foundation that might be interested in sponsoring us next year, that would be awesome. I think that my team has put details on how to reach out to us in the chat, but you could even just email me or Dine. Thanks, Lisa. We're gonna go on to the next theme. So I want to introduce now Suzanne Russo.
Thanks, Barb. Super happy to be here. And I am proud to be mentor to Janet, whom everyone will meet shortly, along with the final set of Make a Change scholars. And these scholars believe that supporting educational empowerment is essential for nurturing informed, active citizens who can drive meaningful change in their communities. So we're going to show a final video with each scholar introducing their project.
Hi, my name is Venica. This past summer, I organized a higher education fair at a public high school back in Siem Reap, Cambodia. This event, we hosted about 300 students, introduced rural high schoolers to financial aid opportunity and higher education programs, featuring scholars from both local and international institutions. I'm proud to have brought this rare opportunity to my community, something that I wish that had existed when I was in high school.
Hello, so my name is Vichita. I am a sophomore studying computer science. My passion lies in using technology for social change. So over the summer, I did my Make a Change project called Wonder in Tech. I went to provincial high schools to do physical workshops and also taught and ran an intensive coding camp on data science. We taught a total of 300 students.
Hello everyone, my name is Suzanne. I was leading a project called High School Supporter, which was implementing in Ratanakiri Province, Cambodia. Our main goal is to inspire and support indigenous students to pursue higher education after graduation. We held 3 sharing sessions for 50 plus students, provided pencil pouches with study supplies to 112 grade students. We had also brought over 400 English books. Furthermore, we had also installed 4 new bookshelves to the library as well.
My name is Janet. I'm attending the University of Minnesota. I carried out my project in Chichicastenango, a town in the highlands of Guatemala. My project focused on preserving the Quiche language with cultural belonging. I delivered classes and built an engaging method for acquiring the language. I worked with more than 20 children and 10 adults.
My name is Kara Jaguari, a student at the University of Portland. I spearheaded a project called Cat Girls in the rehab community of Monrovia, Liberia. Over 2 weeks, we introduced young women to AutoCAD, a global engineering tool. 4 young women were certified participants, while 2 young engineers were certified facilitators. The project's highlight was fostering a community that prioritizes women's education in engineering design. We did all of this while having fun and building a connection.
All right, super exciting stuff there. Now we're going to talk with Vanika, Vicheta, Shreyan, Janeth, and Courage, and I'm going to ask them a few questions about their projects. So we're going to hear from Vanika Sok first. Vanika is a junior at Lafayette College. Hi, Vanika.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi. So my question for you is when thinking about the impact of your higher education fair in Cambodia, where you had 300 students attend, which is amazing, what feedback stood out and how do you think the fair influenced the students that attended?
Thank you for the question. So, when I look back at the higher education fair, what truly stood out to me most was the hope in the eyes of the students. So over 300 attendees, not just students, there's parents and also teachers. It wasn't just about the numbers to me. It was about the dreams that the students started to believe in. So the feedback that hit me the hardest come from the girl who arrived at the venue at 5 a.m. And she came to me after the event and she said she have traveled 5 hours just to be here. And she told me that I didn't think about going to college at all until I heard about this all amazing opportunity. And that is why exactly I organized this, because of education in Cambodia is more than just a path to the career. It is like a lifeline for so many of us. So be grateful for such an opportunity.
Wow. And I think all those students are grateful to you. That is amazing. Okay, next we're going to hear from Vicheta Narith, who is also from Cambodia and a sophomore at Northwestern. Vicheda was inspired to focus on technology education in Cambodia. Unfortunately, she's in her lab at Northwestern tonight and can't join us, so she has a short video message to share with us.
Digital literacy is crucial in today's technology-driven world, especially in education. And I remember a time after one of the SheCan information session that I joined as a panelist, a girl came up to me and asked, what if I can't type my essays well? Can I write them down on a piece of paper and submit that instead? Another instance was when I ran my Take the Lead project. I had to stop and think, what was the most practical way to share our translated menstruation information to young women in Cambodia? And for most of us here today, the answer is to probably put it up online. But for most of us back home, there's a constraint. Some of us don't have access to the technology or know how to access the information with the technology. The language barrier is another thing. So my project, Wonder in Tech, tried to address these kinds of problems by presenting in person, doing workshops at schools in provinces like Siem Reap, Battambang, and the city Phnom Penh. We also ran a more advanced technical knowledge building for high school students who are interested in that, like website development and data science. And I look back to the girl who came up and talked to me about her essay. She may have or may have not missed the life-changing opportunity because of a technical constraint. So I think learning the fundamentals of tech helps students learn better with the resources they have, with the information that they have, and they can connect with more people, connect with international students, and learn more about the opportunities in their interests, their passions, and careers. So, yeah.
Very cool and important stuff. Okay, next we're going to hear from our last Cambodian scholar in this section. Suzanne Pikte is a sophomore at the University of Portland. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Okay, so reflecting on your project supporting Indigenous high school students at a high school in rural Cambodia, could you share any memorable moments during the book donation and the sharing sessions? Anything that reinforced your commitment to improving education for 12th grade students?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for your questions. I would say that a memorable moment of my project would always be like a difficult circumstances that I embarked during the process. I would say I remember that the school has only has like two bookshelves, which is very little, with like little amount of books. And I know for sure that I need to collaborate with the organization. And because this is my first time collaborating with them, it is a little bit hard since like I got a lot of like verbally hit instead of a school principal. But to ensure that the collaboration is going well between the organization and then the school principal, I have to keep all of those hit within me. But because we keep working hard, reading the proposal for more than a few times and keep sending back and forth, we were able to finally got approved on those proposal and receive more than 400 English books from an organization, adding with another 200, more than 200 English books from our project. So we are very happy about that. And me and my team, we are just wishing that the students in the next generation would benefit a lot from it.
That is amazing. As someone who really loves books, I think that is a hugely important project.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, I'm excited to introduce Janeth Meha, whom I'm a mentor to. Janeth is a sophomore at the University of Minnesota. So Janeth, you spent your summer teaching your native Quiche, in your native language and culture in Guatemala. Excuse me. Can you tell us a little bit about that teaching experience and specifically some of the things that you did to kind of make the learning fun and engaging?
Sure. I think that there is only one way of learning, and that is through fun and being able to enjoy it. So that's different for everyone, of course. But what I try to introduce in this method is helping people, especially kids, to learn through games, painting, and music. So things like Kahoot, for example, or just some games on the internet that it's engaging, but at the same time, they're learning.
That's awesome. I bet that made it a lot easier to learn and so much fun. Okay, thank you, Janeth. And finally, I'm excited to present our last scholar of the evening. Courage Uguere is a junior at the University of Portland. Hi, Courage.
Hi, Suzanne.
In your experience, what specific challenges did the participants face during the CAD Girls training, and how did you and your team address those challenges?
Thank you for the question, Suzanne. One of the major challenges faced by the participants was learning at different paces. And of course, this is not a bad thing, but the goal of CAD Girls was to get the participants at a certain point where they could complete their final AutoCAD project and get certified. And to do this, we needed to make sure we're not moving too fast for participants who had previous knowledge that did not have previous knowledge on AutoCAD, and not too slow for participants who did. To solve this problem, we talked to other participants who were familiar with AutoCAD previously to become tutors for those who were not. This, of course, was not mandatory at all, but it fostered really strong bonds among the participants and just made the overall project more rewarding.
That is awesome. Thank you, Courage. And I will pass it back to Barb.
You know, I forgot to tell everyone why Suzanne is so near and dear to our organization. So I'm going to do it now. She has been with us as a volunteer since way back in the very beginning in Cambodia when she mentored our scholars in country, and has also mentored one of our graduates who's doing well. And now she's on with Janeth, and she's been a big volunteer at most of our big events. So thank you, Suzanne, for that. I'm sorry I forgot. Okay. Wow, I'm so impressed. This is one of the best years. I think the projects just keep getting better and better. Every single year we get better at helping them, and the scholars seem to get better. The impact I think that of these projects make on our scholars is, number one, they get to go home and have their summer at home with their family and create networks for their upcoming career. And also they learn to be entrepreneurs and test out all of those leadership skills that we identified in them when we found them. But most importantly is that they got to bring their own solutions to their communities, something that only they can provide. So we put a little slide up that shows the 13 projects and some of the impact that they made. My favorites, I put it, not my favorites, because I actually like all of them. I'm going to say the ones with the biggest numbers we put at the top, just to highlight those. Sophie built a basketball court for 400 students. Ya'an taught 400 people how to burn plastic. And Mira, wow, 473 women were tested for Hep B. And it goes on and on and on. We're so lucky that we had so many ambitious, amazing women in the program to make us all shine. Okay. We're going to take that down. And am I turning this over? Oh, if you want to become a sponsor to make a change or get involved with She Can in any other ways, like donating or mentoring or volunteering or supporting us at R 2.0 on November 9th, please fill out the form that's in the chat right now. There's a couple of forms in there. Okay. One last thing I want to say, a couple of things. First, it's really clear that the support that we get from our sponsors, Thompson Family Foundation, Tarani, as well as the anonymous donor, are really impacting the world. And we want even more Make a Change recipients next year. So we, as I said, we love having more supporters for this program. As Lisa said, we would love for your company to join us. So please reach out if you think your company might be interested. You can email me or Diane directly. And now I just also want to talk for a minute about our next upcoming event, which is our gala. It's here in San Francisco. I know everyone is from around the world, but on November 9th, which is just a few weeks, we're throwing I think it's our 9th Revolution 2.0. It's a rockin' party. Everybody has fun. I think it's become the best, being known as the best party in the Bay. We're going to have 8 scholars on stage in the Herbst Theater at the War Memorial, talking about the impact that they're making and their dreams and how they got there. We're going to honor Noella, who I mentioned earlier as a mentee of Lisa Lucetta's. And then we're going up to the green room for dinner tastings that are inspired by our country and a rock and dance party with our CFO, DJ Carol Chang. There's a couple ways to be able to come. Oh, I also want to say that we serve incredible wines that are all donated by our mentor, Michelle Watson, and her husband, Reiner Trilich. They donate the wine for the event every year, and it is extremely good wine. So you don't want to miss that. Tickets are $250 and $100 for mentors. And I think that the chat has how to get to the tickets. We would love for all of you to join us. If you make a commitment ahead of time, you can join us as a donor partner. And that way you get tickets to come to the tickets for your friends to come to the gala. So check that out. Again, it's on our website. And also, if you're out of town, we have a really good room rate for a cute hotel in Union Square. And we want everyone staying in the same hotel. Okay. Let's have all the sponsors and all of the scholars on the screen with their video on. Is everybody coming on? Yay. So good to see you all. You were fabulous. I just can't get over some of the projects that we had. Look at how impressive they are. It's so amazing. This is the end of our evening together. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to tune in and think and learn about all the good work our scholars are doing. So we're going to say goodbye. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.